Want to see more cool videos on our channel? We do, so press this bell and enable to send notifications.
There's one type of place that gathers the largest number of people during the summer season: swimming pools. Whether to swim or soak up the sun, people are drawn to pools like bees to the sweet nectar of flowers. But cooling down and tanning are not the only benefits of a swimming pool, and certainly not of the selection we've made for you. Stay around to discover the most exciting pools in the world. Number 10. The Hanging Gardens of Bali. The first stop on your journey? Welcome to the Hanging Garden of Bali, a gem in the mystical Ubud jungle. The main attraction of the resort is, of course, the swimming pool. This is definitely not your ordinary pool. First of all, it has a category of its own: infinity pools, where water floats over the edge, creating a superb illusion. But while most infinity pools overlook the ocean, this one is suspended over the Balinese rainforest, creating an immersive experience in the natural tropical environment. The views are as rich as the biodiversity and cultural heritage of the site. Swimming in the pool has been said to feel like floating above the treetops. The pool is very popular with tourists, making the top of TripAdvisor's list for best swimming pools. As it happens, it made the top of our list too. Number 9. The Ark Vancouver. The Ark Vancouver's pool is definitely not for the faint of heart. Concord Pacific, the owner of the building, wanted something iconic for its Vancouver towers, and nothing is more symbolic of architectural richness than a suspended glass-bottom pool connecting the building's two towers. The pool is only 5 feet deep, but not everyone is willing to take the plunge. The pool is, after all, situated at the 20th floor of the Ark Vancouver Tower, which means it offers a view of 200 feet down onto the plaza below. Its engineers, however, assure that the floor can support over 1,650 cars. Now think about it. Would you take the plunge? Let us know in the comments below. Number 8. The Jewel. Another luxurious city pool we got our eye on is situated in the Jewel Hotel in Dallas. Just picture it. You're happily swimming and at some point you reach over the edge of the building, 10 stories above the ground. Admittedly, it can get terrifying, but it's also a unique, amazing experience. The pool is designed to stretch out over the edge of the building by 8 feet, leaving nothing but the glass between swimmers and the street. But while the Ark Vancouver pool had a bottom view, the Jewel has a side view too. Not to mention that the pool is heated, so you can watch the seasons transform the city without ever getting cold. Number 7. Y40 Deep Joy. It's time we moved on to record-breaking swimming pools. The Y40 Deep Joy is a deeper-than-life pool going 40 meters down, or the equivalent of a 14-story building. The pool was designed for freedivers for leisure and training sessions, as well as photo shoots. But unlike deep ocean seas, the water is warmed at 32 degrees Celsius, making the wetsuit redundant. Since its opening, the pool has become increasingly popular with famous freedivers and is now a place of reference. What's more, the large volume of water, a staggering 430 cubic meters, is supplemented by thermal sources from the nearby Eugenian spas. The facility is located in the Monte Grotto Terme, a particularly special area where rainwaters meet the volcanic hills and re-emerge at 87 degrees Celsius, with plenty of mineral salts. It's known as the first area to offer preventive health services in Europe due to the water's pain-killing effect, known since Roman times. Number 6. Nemo 33. Nemo 33 is only the second deepest pool in the world, going, as the name indicates, 33 meters deep. But this doesn't make it less impressive. Located in Brussels, Belgium, it's actually the first scuba diving pool in the world. The pool offers numerous attractions including a tunnel, passageways, underwater caves with air pockets, and even windows overlooking the hotel bar. While diving there, you should be living an experience close to the Bora Bora diving conditions, or so the design intends. Another cool thing about this one is the name itself. Nemo is a beautiful homage to Jules Verne's Captain of the Nautilus character. Captain Nemo is renowned for building a new civilization under the sea. But why 33? As it turns out, in degrees Celsius, this is the ideal temperature to learn diving, while in meters, it's the ideal depth to reach for beginners. Number 5. Tolontongo Caves. So far, we've seen the most interesting man-made swimming pools. Let's face it though, there's nothing more impressive than the force of nature. The hot spring pools called the Caves of Tolantongo are located on a cliff in Mexico, in a picturesque canyon. The name comes from Tolantongo, which means home where it feels warm. The interior of the mountain is the source of the hot springs, feeding the thermal waters in the cave. There's a particular part of the caves called Paradise, where waterfalls and natural pools occur, attracting tourists from all over the world. The most interesting part about the resort, however, is that it's run in a rather unique way. 113 families organised in an association work the land and resort. In total, the place gathers 30 warm mineral pools and 2 main caves, and if you wonder where to stay, don't worry, you can choose between 3 hotels and campsites. Number 4. Saturnia. Similar to the hot springs in Mexico, but on the European side of the world, the Saturnia Thermal Springs in Tuscany, Italy have received worldwide recognition. It's a place where history and wild nature blend together perfectly. The legend goes that the springs were born during a battle between Jupiter and Saturn. As Jupiter's thunderbolt fell on the ground, it opened tiny portals to hell, bringing up steamy and smelly water. The Romans, on the other hand, believed them to be a gift from the gods with healing powers. Today, tourists hurry to enjoy the cascades of warm water, the waterfalls and the rustic Tuscan hill views. A common experience for visitors is to enjoy a picnic on the banks of the warm water streams. Since it's Italy, the local snacks will be worth bringing. Another thing to keep in mind when visiting the pools is that you won't be finding any public changing rooms. The whole experience is closer to nature than the traditional pool. Just follow the lead of Italian locals and change in the car. The occasional nudity is not a big deal in this part of the world, and no one really minds. Number 3. Four Seasons Safari Lodge. Another nature immersive experience can be found at the Four Seasons Safari Lodge in the Serengeti National Park of Tanzania. This amazing savanna sanctuary offers one of the best pool experiences in the world. The view from the infinity pool is what makes it so unique. As you enjoy the modern swim facilities, you'll be close to nature, maybe even closer than some people deem safe. Because the place is a wildlife reserve. Animals such as rhinos, elephants, buffaloes and even lions surround it. So much so that the pool overlooks an animal watering hole where you'll see elephants enjoying their morning drink just about the same time as you sip yours. What's more, the area hosts the largest animal migration in the world. In fact, wildlife has even become acquainted with the premises from time to time, as antelope and buffalo have been seen entering the place. Number 2. Bronte Rock. Some pools go deep, some pools make you wonder at the beauty of nature, and some pools just kick in your adrenaline. Opened in 1887, the Bronte Rock in Australia has a long history of entertaining the locals and tourists. It's carved into a cliff just below a coastal path and facing the ocean. For adrenaline seekers, the pool offers an interesting activity, as the ocean waves found just below come crashing in and over the pool. The pool is only 30 meters long and the water temperature depends on the weather, but that doesn't bother people who come bathing all year long. Well, except the times when the pool is closed due to dangerous seas, although from what we've seen, the term is played with quite lightly. There are times when the tide is high and the water is so rough that visitors must grab the chain railing to avoid being swept out by the sea. Some say it feels close to what they imagine swimming in a washing machine to be. Curious, are you? Number 1. The Cage of Death. For people who seek even more adrenaline, there's nothing quite like the Cage of Death. Seriously, this is only for travellers who crave danger. The Cage of Death can be found in Darwin, Australia, native to saltwater crocodiles, the stars of this experience. But what do crocodiles have to do with a pool? Well, this is not your average pool, but a tank of water sheltering crocodiles, where you can take a plunge in a glass cage. As we said, this is not for the faint of heart. The dive lasts for 15 minutes, which is just about enough to get acquainted with some of the most dangerous predators on Earth. Watching them swim and eat may feel safe when protected by the glass, but the occasional accident proves the contrary. One time the cage collapsed in the tank after a cable failed. The hit caused the base to crack and exposed it to attack. Luckily, the crocodile was lazy that day. Another time, a tourist was stuck in the cage for half an hour. But don't worry, while the staff hurried to fix the issue, she received chocolates and water. Not to mention she got her money's worth, getting to spend twice the time she paid for. We hope you enjoyed our list of the most impressive pools in the world. What would you have added? Tell us in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching, and if you enjoyed the video, please let me know by clicking the like button. Do share, write a comment, and don't forget to subscribe so that you can catch up my next video.